Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news now. Bills fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be one of the most game-changing rumors we've heard all offseason. It's still just a rumor, but an intriguing one that's been circulating with some serious weight behind it. Word is that the Bills are reportedly in advanced talks to make a blockbuster move involving none other than George Kittle, the star tight end from the San Francisco 49ers. Yeah, I know it sounds wild, but stay with me because this could really turn the tide for Buffalo. Sources close to the Bills' front office, specifically around GM Brandon Beane, are whispering that a deal is almost done, although nothing has been officially confirmed just yet. According to insiders, the Bills are offering a first-round pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, along with a fourth-round pick in 2027, in exchange for Kittle. The goal? To upgrade their offense with an elite tight end after some inconsistency from Dalton Kincaid in 2025. The Bills are clearly looking to add a serious weapon for Josh Allen, one that can not only be a reliable target, but also create mismatches and elevate their red zone efficiency, which has been an Achilles heel in recent seasons. Now, if you've been following the Bills, you know that their 2025 season ended on a tough note. Despite finishing with a solid 12-5 record, they fell just short of the Super Bowl, losing 34-31 to the Kansas City Chiefs in a heartbreaking AFC championship game. The offense showed flashes of brilliance, but their red zone efficiency hovered around 52%, ranking them 18th in the league. That's a number you really want to see improve if you're aiming for that Lombardi trophy. And that's where Kittle's potential arrival could make a huge difference. He's not just a tight end, he's a matchup nightmare, a true gladiator in the middle of the field. His hands are as sticky as Velcro, and he plays with the kind of toughness that can energize a team and tilt defenses. Let's take a quick look at what Kittle did in 2025. He played 15 games at age 32, catching 82 passes for over 0 yards specifically, 12 yards, averaging about 67. 5 yards per game and scored 8 touchdowns. His yards per reception stood at 12.3, and his PFF grade was an impressive 90.2, which ranks among the best for tight ends in the league. His expected points added EPA per target was 0.32, and his yards after catch YAC was around 5.4 yards per play, making him a dynamic threat after the catch. His blocking grade was also stellar at 88.6 with 28 pancakes, showing he's not just a downfield threat but also a reliable blocker. Looking at his career, Kittle has compiled nearly 8.0 receiving yards and 48 touchdowns with a solid 91.4 PFF grade over his career. He's battled some injuries in 2025, including a back injury that kept him out for 2 games in Week 3 against the Rams. But when he's healthy, he's a game changer. During Week 7, he exploded with 9 receptions for 112 yards and a touchdown against the Seahawks, along with making some key blocks that helped sustain drives. Now, why would the 49ers consider trading Kittle? Well, their 2025 season ended at 10-7, just missing the playoffs after a narrow divisional round loss to the Eagles, 31-28. They're also facing some cap issues, with around $11 million in 2026, according to SpotTrack, and are trying to balance their roster after extending Christian McCaffrey with a monster deal around $40 million per year. Plus, with Deebo Samuel set to hit free agency, the 49ers might be looking to shed some cap space and rebuild their offensive core. Kittle's cap hit of around $20 million in 2026 is significant, especially with the team trying to manage their roster and future contracts. For the Bills, though, this is a golden opportunity. They have roughly $22 million in cap space, which they could easily absorb Kittle's contract and still have room to maneuver for other pieces. Adding Kittle to their tight end group, with Dalton Kincaid already showing flashes but still developing, could be transformative. Kincaid has compiled 712 yards in his rookie season, but has struggled with consistency, dropping 6 passes. Bringing in Kittle would give Allen a reliable, explosive target in the red zone, potentially boosting scoring efficiency by around 18%, pushing it from 52% to nearly 70%. That's a massive upgrade, and it could elevate Buffalo's offensive explosiveness to a new level. Think about the mismatch potential here. Kittle's routes versus linebackers and safeties could open up the field for Allen to make those big intermediate throws. Those 25% to 30% increases in big plays are not just numbers, they're game changers. His ability to win contested catches in tight coverage means Allen can trust him to make those clutch catches when it matters most. The chemistry that Kittle and Allen could develop in this new offensive scheme might remind fans of some of the most iconic duo partnerships in recent NFL history, like Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, or even the Reed Gonzalez connection that once helped propel the Bills to Super Bowl greatness. And speaking of Kelce, the impact of Kittle on the field could be comparable. Kittle's presence in the red zone, where he has an EPA of 0.46, means he can be that secret weapon Buffalo needs to punch in touchdowns instead of settling for field goals. His ability to create mismatches against linebackers and safeties would force defenses to make tough choices, which opens up space for other playmakers. Josh Allen's PFF grade of 92. 8 in 2025 suggests he's playing at an elite level, and adding a player like Kittle could elevate his performance even further, especially through those intermediate and big play opportunities. Now, let's talk about the implications for the AFC East. The Bills, with this move, could be setting themselves up to be even more feared. The division is already competitive with the Dolphins, Jets, and Patriots all making moves to improve, but adding a player like Kittle could tilt the balance. Their offense would become more dynamic, more unpredictable, and more explosive. It's a move that could not only help them chase another Super Bowl, but also send a message to their division rivals that the Bills aren't just here to compete, they're here to dominate. Of course, the 49ers are likely to have some reservations. Losing Kittle means losing a key blocker and a leader on offense. They're also trying to rebuild and manage their cap, especially with their focus on youth and their recent draft strategies. But for Buffalo, this is the kind of bold move that could define their season. It's about building an offense that's almost unstoppable, especially when you consider the talent already in place: Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and now, potentially, George Kittle. So Bills fans, this rumor isn't just hot air. It's a real possibility that could reshape the AFC landscape. Imagine a Buffalo offense that's even more potent, more explosive, and more capable of taking on the best defenses in the league. A Kittle addition would send shockwaves through the NFL, and it might just be the piece that finally pushes Buffalo over the edge. We've seen teams make bold moves before, and sometimes those moves are what turn a good team into a champion. Hey, I know some of you might be skeptical. That's natural. Trade rumors are often just that, rumors. But the fact that this is circulating with some credible sources involved means it's worth keeping an eye on. If the Bills pull this off, it could be one of the biggest offseason stories, not just for Buffalo, but for the entire league. It's about upgrading an already talented roster and making a statement that the Bills mean business. And let's not forget, this isn't just about one player. It's about the vision of the team, the desire to go all in, and the commitment to give Josh Allen every tool he needs to bring another Super Bowl home. A move like this says a lot about Brandon Beane's willingness to be aggressive, to not settle for good when greatness is within reach. It's about building a team that's not just competitive, but dominant. So as we wait for official confirmation and see how this story develops, one thing is clear. The Bills are in the midst of a strategic overhaul, and the potential addition of George Kittle could be the catalyst that propels them into a new era of success. The AFC East is already a battleground, but with a weapon like Kittle, Buffalo might just have the edge they need to be the team everyone fears come January. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Buffalo Bills news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster trade? Do you believe Kittle would be the perfect fit for Buffalo? How do you see his role evolving alongside Allen, Diggs, and the rest of the squad? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion truly matters, not just to us, but to the future of this team. I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned and keep that Bills pride alive. This offseason is shaping up to be one of the most exciting in recent memory, And whatever happens next, one thing, for sure, Buffalo is ready to fight, and we're here for every step of the journey.